When it comes to manifesting, a lot of us become obsessed with our desires or the outcome. And as human beings, when we really want something, we put our all into it. But we get so frustrated why we don't see results. And people end up doubting their power as a manifester. But I'm here to share with you, even including myself, I used to be just like this. But when you start to remember your power as a manifester, it's not about controlling the outcome and receiving what you want. It's about getting to the vibrational frequency of relief. Because little do we know, it's not the thing that we want, it's the relief that the thing that we want is going to bring to our internal emotional self. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys how to find relief as you're learning to allow yourself to receive. And everything I'm going to share with you is not only going to teach you how to allow that relief, but it's also going to help trigger within you and actually activate within you that is not about having that thing that you want. It's about understanding how you can bring the feeling of the relief of already having the thing that you want without needing to want it. What is good, beautiful beings? Welcome back, AwakenOnes, on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. And if you've been on this journey with me so far, gang, only love. You know who you is. On this channel, I am an energetic activator, here to assist you to awaken things you have yet to see with emotional awareness for your spiritual evolution. Now, before we get started, if you want to know anything about me, you can go check out my website or go check out the services I render by going to the link tree to my description box below and to the comments section, where you'll be redirected to my Etsy shop where I sell dream catchers and jewelry. Then you'll be also redirected to my healing course, Awaken Prophecy, that helps you to understand the process of healing, to understand and remember your purpose on this planet. And then also you'll be redirected to more merch that I sell directly to my website and the services I render. And lastly, go follow me and my homegirl Jessica Frias on Spotify at Mystifying Reality, where every single Monday we are posting new episodes and talking about things we feel need to be talked about in today's day and age. And lastly, if you're already here and if you enjoy content just like this and you feel like you need more just like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button so you'll be notified anytime I post new videos. And also share it with people you feel like may need to hear this message, because we all need to understand the importance of creating our own upliftment in today's world. So other than that, beautiful beings, I want to get into how to allow relief while you're manifesting. Because here's the thing. When you start getting to yourself to a place where you don't want to be of this world, when you start realizing like, damn, I'm so powerful, I can create my own world, you start to remember that you are a manifester. And when we get into the beginning stages of remembering the sovereignty that we have, that the Creator put within us, we have a tendency to get so absorbed with the obsession of creating the life that we want. And there's nothing wrong with that. I used to be just like this when I started to remember that we're not just human and we're not superhumans, but we're beyond being physical. And I remember that when I started this, I would put all my efforts in creating the life that I want and going after my goals. But I started to realize the frustration of waiting and being patient and being annoyed by it. And I know you feel that same way. And there's a lot of people today that talk about manifestation, but they're not talking about the importance of it. And the importance of it is to find and allow the relief as you're allowing yourself to receive. Because here's the thing, when you start to remember this power, a lot of us don't understand that the reason why we go on this healing journey and the reason why we're starting to go on this journey of self-discovery and remembering our sovereignty, remembering the power that Creator put within us to be able to align with that timeline that we have everything that we want. We have a tendency to remember that we're coming out of an identity that we thought we needed to suffer, we needed to strive, we needed to survive. And when we come out of that mentality and that identity, we start to realize that, damn, we don't know how to receive. We don't know how to allow ourselves to receive. And that's why all the woundings of like not feeling worthy, of not feeling like you deserve what it is you want, come to the surface, is because you're morphing yourself into a new version that is able to receive in order to understand your power as a manifester. And when this happens, we get very uncomfortable with relief. A lot of people believe it is important when it comes to manifestation that you act on your inspiration, because that's how you bring the non-physical into the physical. But a lot of people forget that relaxation, rest, and relief is part of the process too. We live in a hustle and bustle world that we have to strive hard and prove our worth to receive. But the thing is, you already exist. So that means you're already worthy of all the visions that you have, that Creator put within you. It's just you allowing yourself to listen to that internal call to take action when you feel inspired, or when you feel like, even if you don't want to do it, putting in the discipline to do the thing. Like for me today, I didn't want to do this video because I just wanted to relax. It's a Saturday and I'm just like, no, I want to do this because I feel the calling of giving this message out. And I want to share all this with you guys because a lot of people are not talking about how to allow relief during the process, because that's how you manifest. A lot of people don't understand. When you're anxious, when you're in your state of wanting, when you're in your state of needing, when you feel like your energy is not within your body because you want to go, you're not creating space to allow the universe, or to allow the Creator, whatever deity you believe in, to come in and swiftly give to you with ease what it is you're asking for. Because when you're filled with angst, like being anxious or filled with anxiety, or feel like you have to control everything, what you're saying is that you lack trust within the unseen world to assist you. You already took the action you needed to take, and now you're probably looking for the results of, when am I getting the viewers, the subscribers, the customers, the clients? When you already did your action to put out what it is you're asking for, you ask for it, and you put out the action to create the universe to allow that, those clientele, those subscribers, those viewers to come in. You have to allow yourself to rest and trust. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. It's because when we come out of the mentality of like, I'm ready to receive. Well, when we come out of the mentality of like, oh, I'm not deserving to receive, I'm not deserving to take action towards what I want, but you're already putting in the action towards what it is you want, we forget that you need to rest. Your soul needs to contribute to your physicality, because a lot of people take action on the physical and they wonder why they're not getting the results. Is because your energetic self, your spiritual self, your emotional self is not equipped with believing that the actions you did are enough and allowing yourself to trust. I want to share something with you guys that recently happened to me. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, actually last week. I was laying in my bed and I felt that frustration come up again. Where I was like, I'm putting on this action towards my goals. I have a store, I have a website, I have services, I have a YouTube channel, but my desire is to get the results. And I felt the frustration, and I felt like that giving up feeling again. But here's the thing, this is the first time I've ever felt this in my life. And this is how I know I'm on the right track. Because even if you're not getting the results that you want, you keep doing the repetition towards what it is you're asking for, as your techniques, as your actions. Keep putting in the work. But when I realized this and when I felt it, because you gotta feel, you gotta get your emotional self with your physical self, so your mind and your body and your heart can be in alignment to truly believe that you are deserving of receiving without taking action and with taking little action. And I was laying in my bed and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not giving up. And here is the thing that really bogged my mind. I would never forget, I learned from a person who was a powerful manifester. And I remember them saying, When you stop wanting it to come into the physical and you feel like you already have it because you feel it emotional, you don't need it to happen in the physical because you already feel satisfied, because you feel like you already have it. And that's what happened to me in that moment. I remember that in that moment, and I'm like, you know what? Do I really want all of this? Do I really want this success, this big success, this big following? And internally I said, yeah. My ego said, yeah. But emotionally I'm like, am I doing it for the wrong reasons? Am I doing it because I'm seeking validation? I'm seeking approval? And that was a big awakening for me to realize. And that realization awoke in me to be like, you know what? I'm going to put all that I'm wanting in the friend zone. You know when someone really likes you and you don't like them and you put them in the friend zone and they want you even more? That's how I started to see it. I'm like, you know, I don't really want it as much as I want my peace right now. And then in realizing that, I'm like, you know what? I'm already this person that has what I want. I'm already this financial stable person that I want to be. I'm already this. I don't even want it. I'm already am it. And when I felt that relief, here's the synchronicity that happened, you guys. I surrendered. And I remember, I think 2 days after that, an old acquaintance of mine, we were talking, and I loved what he said. He's like, you know, I want to give you a little advice. And he was talking about money. And he's like, I remember I used to stress so much about my bills and so much about money. And he had someone he knew had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of bills. Just hundreds. And he'll throw on the table and be like, I don't fucking like that. I don't fucking want it. Now, I'm not saying money is evil. I'm saying the lack of money is the root of all evil. I'm not saying you should hate money. I'm saying money you should love the same way you love your family, the same way you love whatever it is you love. Love money the way that it is, because it's here to stabilize us as well. The same way our family is, the same way our relationship is, the same way our self-care does. You know, love it. I'm not saying to hate it. But the example I'm giving you is that my acquaintance, his friend, did that and threw it on the table and told him, when you stop wanting, when you stop thinking you're needing, when you stop focusing on your problems, things just come easier. Things just start solving itself. And my acquaintance, he said, when I started applying that to my life, money just started flowing in because I didn't want it anymore. And it's crazy how that synchronicity happened 2 days after I had that realization where it would be nice to have these things physically, but I feel like I already have them. So I don't need to be so attached to it. And here's another thing, you guys. Today, I kept doing that every single day after he gave me that advice and after I gave myself that realization. Every single day I just kept applying that. I surrender. I'm putting all that on the back burner because my peace is more important. It's gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't care when it comes or how it comes. I just know I already am it, boo boo. Today, someone gave me a beautiful, reasonable amount of money out of nowhere. All because I stopped wanting it and start realizing all my bills are paid. I have that money. I have that career. I have that lover. I have all that. And I know it's just pertaining to money, but I felt like I already had it all. And then all of a sudden that happened. And also in the synchronicity of my acquaintance giving me that advice, I'm like, whoa. It's like, and all because I allowed myself not only to surrender, but I allowed myself to feel at ease when I thought about my desires. I didn't think about when is it going to happen? How am I going to have it? I have to take action. I have to put in so much work to the point I'm stressed out. I'm tired. I'm not eating right. No, I'm going to take care of my peace. I'm going to feel like I'm allowed to rest and watch my favorite TV show. I'm going to allow myself to visualize it and be like, that's enough action. I'm going to allow myself to take action as I'm making this video for my YouTube channel, be like, this is enough, because I trust. And all of a sudden, things start revolving itself synchronicities and signs start coming like out of nowhere. It was such a beautiful realization. So I'm going to share a secret with you guys that I currently learned. Believing in faith is not enough when you're starting to learn how to manifest and remember your power of manifesting. And this is what I had to realize. In order to get yourself to a place of relief and feeling relaxed within your body, when you're thinking about your desires, and when you feel the ease within your body, within your mind, to the point you feel like your ass could sink in your seat, or you could feel like you could really lay back in your bed and be like, you know what, I'm good, I have it all. Like I'm thankful, I'm excited, I'm happy. Damn, it's done. It's already done. In order to get yourself to a place like that, you have to get yourself to a place of what I'm about to share with you. And that is, believing in faith is not enough. It's all about knowing. And here's the little secret that my internal self shared with me that I'm so grateful for. That's why my life is turning around the way that I'm like, damn, my desires are about to come to fruition, and it's gonna blow my mind. But look at the word believe. The word believe has the word lie in it. Now, when it comes to manifesting, when you are in the beginning stages of it, you have to convince yourself that what you want, you deserve it. What you want is already here. What you want, you can feel into that already. You have to convince yourself, because the word believe has the word lie in it. And your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real, what is not real. Only what you believe is real. That's what the subconscious will believe in too. So when you're getting yourself out of a stage of thinking you're not worthy of what you desire into believing that this is what I meant to have, this is my divine right, you have to convince yourself. And that's where the transformations take place. That's where the ego death takes place. That's where you have to let go of things, people, and places take place, and the old version of you take place. And when you get yourself to a convincing, it's like you're getting yourself out that grave and rebirthing yourself. That's the first step. You have to learn to convince yourself and tell your mind. Be a little delusional, because the people who created the life that they want were delusional. Even though they didn't have that money, they thought they were already a millionaire. Even like, for example, Jay-Z, he thought he was the richest music person in the world, and he ended up becoming that. He was delusional because he allowed himself to believe in that lie into truth. Because remember, when someone tells a lie long enough, they start to believe it. So you have to convince yourself. That's the first stage. So you have to learn to believe, but that's still not enough. Now, a lot of you may be asked, why isn't faith enough? Here's why. Because when you finally get yourself to convincing into what it is you're believing and teaching yourself to believe in, that's where faith comes in. Because believing is like, I'm striving to get out that old version of me and to let it go. Faith is when, okay, you're starting to really believe in what you're telling yourself. Regardless of your circumstance, you feel it in your spirit that you're beyond your current circumstance. What faith does is that you're no longer crawling or yearning physically, like taking action, being in the hustle bustle mode. Now you're getting internal. Because believing is for the mind to transform. Now faith is for the heart to cooperate with the mind and the vision of being that version of who you want to be. Now faith is all about convincing your heart now. Convincing that I can feel. I'm not just envisioning this and doubting it at the same time. Now I'm feeling that this vision is true. And that's where faith comes in. But here's the thing. The reason why faith is not enough. Because now that you got your mind and your heart working together, now you got to get your body to work with it. And that is where knowing comes in. Knowing is more powerful than believing in faith, because believing is that you have to convince yourself you're working on the transformation, and now faith is you're in that gray area where it's just like, okay, I'm waiting, but I'm still feeling frustrated, but my heart is cooperating with my mind into realizing this vision is true. I have this home, I have this money, I have this relationship, I have this career, I have this goal already accomplished. Now you're getting your emotions into it. Knowing is when your body, your temple, is all in alignment with the higher timeline of who it is you know you're meant to be. And with knowing is relaxation. Because think about it this way. You ever had those moments where you're just like, I know that person wants me, or I know that person cheated on me, or I know I'm gonna get this job. I know this goal is already gonna happen. Knowing comes right after believing in faith. Because, for example, for me, when I said before, I already felt like I know. Knowing is where you're in your true highest form of your higher self, where you're no longer looking in the human perspective, when you're no longer feeling into the apathy, the way the world believes only in struggle and strife. You start to know your power. You start to know your truth. You start to trust in yourself. You start to know, like, damn, not only am I more powerful than I thought, but it's more like, I know how powerful I am. I know that this is true. Knowing gives you the ability to trust. Because when you know that this is true, you trust yourself and the universe enough to be like, I give it to you. I don't need to visualize anymore. I already know it's coming. I'll give you one last story for you guys, so you can understand how to allow relief in. So there was this girl, I forgot what show she's on a Netflix show. Queen, is it not Queen Elizabeth? Something Queen. It's a black woman as the cover, as a queen. And I think she's an Indian girl in the show. She's an Indian princess. And I remember listening to her story because she was on an episode with the YouTuber that I watch. And the YouTuber was like, okay, how did you manifest? Because she was able to manifest her being on a Netflix show, even though she's never been on a show. She's never been on TV. She's never been on a show. But she was able to manifest this opportunity for herself. And she shared her story with this YouTuber. She's like, I remember that me and my ex-boyfriend broke up. I moved out. I moved back into my mom's house. I was really down on myself. And it got to a point where I just, like, my desire was to become an actress. I don't know why, but I wanted to. And she wrote it down. She wrote it down and she read it. And she started putting in the work. She started to convince herself, like, I already am this actress, this big actress on Netflix. So she started taking care of herself, eating right, exercising. She started doing what that higher version of her was. So she's like, how does that version of me who is an actress, how does she think? What does she listen to? How does she eat? Does she exercise? How does she take care of herself? She started implementing that action. So she was convincing her mind by taking that action. Now, she started to develop the belief, and now she got into faith. She's like, oh, okay, I'm really starting to believe this. I'm really starting to have faith that this is true. And then she started connecting with her agent and be like, oh, just, I believe this is going to happen. Put in more contacts for me and everything like that to get my word out, to get my name out there. And then when she stopped trying to control everything, but kept being the version of her, kept putting in that work, kept believing that it's true, this is what happened with her. It got to a point that for 3 months straight, she was doing the manifestation techniques. She was getting into the feeling of it. She started to cry. She started to feel grateful that she already had it. She already felt like she had it. And it got to a point where she's like, one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I already know it's going to happen. So she stopped doing her techniques and she started trusting. But she kept believing she was that version by putting in the work, exercising, all of that, getting herself out there in auditions. She knew it was going to happen. So she didn't want to do the techniques anymore because she already felt like it's true. So I think after 3 months after just forgetting about it completely, surrendering and trusting it, she was at a fair, I think she was volunteering for, and she was giving food out to homeless people and stuff like that. And there was a woman that worked there that looked at her and was like, I don't know why, but I believe that you're meant to be an actress. Just told her just like that. Little did this girl know, this woman told her, hey, I'm a producer for Netflix and I would love to audition you. And the girl was like, I'm up for it. She wasn't even excited because she already knew it was going to happen. So all of a sudden, the girl connected with her agent. The agent connected with the woman who's the producer on Netflix. And they end up getting into a chat, the girl and the producer. And the producer got an audition for the girl. And the girl went for the audition. And she didn't get the results back. But here's the crazy thing. The lady ended up texting her and saying, I already put in the word to my producer and director that I already knew you were her. I already knew you were the girl that we were looking for. And right after the producer told her that, she got the part on Netflix. And the crazy thing is, you guys, she did the work, believing, convincing herself to believe in it, having faith and feeling into it, and then got into a knowing to the point that she let go of the techniques. She let go of trying to control the situation and just knew that it was going to happen. And boom, it happened for her. So everything I'm sharing with you guys is an example of how to allow relief in order to allow yourself to receive. Because when you could get yourself to a state of relief and rest and relaxation, you're telling the universe, I trust you. It's like telling a parent. It's like asking a parent, hey, mom, dad, I really want to go on this trip. And I know we may not have the money, but can I go? And they'll be like, I'm going to keep my word to you that we're going to make sure we come up with the money for you to go on that trip. And then you let it go. And then you stop being on their ass, and all of a sudden, boom, they have the money to allow you to go on that trip. That same trust you give to the people that you love is that same trust you got to give to the universe. You got to give that trust to the creator that it has your back. It's supporting you. But you got to move out your own fucking way so it can do the rest of the work for you. You're not meant to control everything. You're meant to control what you can do. And then release that control into saying, I'm tired. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do these manifestation techniques. I already know it's going to happen. So you put it in the friend zone, and then you let the universe sweep in and be like, all right. Thank you for giving me the room. Thank you for giving me the space. Oh, I would not disappoint you, but trust in me. It's like the analogy. I remember listening to this from my favorite reader. She was saying the same thing about my energy. And she was like, it's like that thing where it's like, the universe is painting the room and you're so eager to get into that room and you're like, when is it gonna happen? And you're knocking on the door like, when are you finished? And be like, a couple more minutes, because you're being so impatient. Get yourself to a state of preparation. Instead of waiting, prepare. Instead of having doubt, get excited that, oh, it's coming, to the point you're in tears and grateful that it's already here. Because the whole point of manifesting is not getting to the outcome. It's feeling into the outcome that it's already done. And the way to do that is to regulate your nervous system, feel your emotions, do the shadow work, and give yourself the self-care of not wanting to control anything. Because when you try to control, you stress yourself out. So instead of trying to control and stress yourself out, be like, nah, universe, take it from me, because I really just want to focus on my happiness and my excitement and do my crafting and do my hobbies or watch my favorite show, and just, I know it's going to happen. I'm worthy of it because I exist. I don't need to put in the work or extra work. I already know it's going to happen. So the same trust you put into the world, put into your job, put into your relationships, put into your friendships, put that same trust into the creator. But allow yourself to get out your own way. Put your manifestation desires in the friend zone. And I guarantee you, what you want will want you more. And when you stop chasing, you start attracting. You're not a chaser. You're an attractor. When you start feeling the relief of feeling like in your body, like, oh, I don't need to try to move myself to make things happen. I'll be like, I'm standing right here in my throne, and I'm ready, and I'm preparing, and I'm excited. Oh, and I'm grateful. I already know it's mine. Boom, bada bing, boo boo. All right, you guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. If you got any insight, any activations, any inspiration, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification button so you won't miss out on any videos. And lastly, share this with people who are on the same path as you, who are trying to manifest and realize connecting and aligning with that higher version of themselves that has everything they want. So if you feel like this is going to inspire them or activate them, share this video with them. But until then, you guys, I love you so much, and I can't wait for the next video I'm going to make for you guys. And until then, only love.